Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Micaela. Today we will be doing Camila bottoms. So I've already prepared. I've cut my pieces. So I'll be showing you. These are my two front pieces. I will be doing same fabric for the lining and for the main part. These are my front pieces, right? And then this will be my my ruched sides. These bottoms are so beautiful and so popular right now here in Spain. I just can't wait to make more of these. So these are my sides, which will be ruched over here on this, which I will show you step by step how I'll do it. And also this is a cheeky Brazilian bottoms. Probably I will be making another version of cheeky, but I wanted to do a cheeky version as well because this is very popular here in Spain. So this is cheeky Brazilian. These are my two back pieces, right? And the idea will be, I will explain you, this is the crotch area, right? This is the between the legs area, the leg opening. So what I will normally do, so I place these front sides together. I will be pinning and stitching, no elastic needed, right? I'm just going to pin very quickly so you can see over here how you'll have to do. So very important, I'll be starting with this piece. So very important, you will not need any elastic, right? Because this will end up being between your butt cheeks. And so I'll be serging these both sides, right? And then when you will be turning them on the other side, on the right side of the fabric, right? This is how it will be, right? This will be the between your cheeks, right? And this will be kind of like the waist, so it will be looking exactly like this, right? Yeah, so I'll be working first on my back piece, as this is a little more tricky. So as I pinned already this, what I will do, I will actually serge. Well, first I will do a basting stitch so my fabric won't be slippery. So first I'll do a basting stitch. I'll cut some small cuts into it so it adds elasticity. Then I serge it, right? Next step, I will be doing the front piece. I'll put them on top of each other, right side together facing, and actually this time I will be pinning and stitching these parts, right? And last but not least, I will be folding into each piece of the ruched side. I will be folding it in two. I will be pinning and stitching. Okay, so once I've pinned and stitched, also no elastic needed on this side, okay? I will be showing you once this is all done so you can have an idea. Okay, so I've already stitched, bust stitch, and in the same time serged my sides and my back side of my bottoms. And actually I've left my front piece so you can see I've already bust stitched here, and as you can see I made like little cuts which will allow me to have some, I slightly pull it, right? I slightly pull it so I'm getting a little bit of a stretch already. So I've left this so you can see what I'm actually doing. The setting is on max. The length of my stitches on max is on 4. I mean, if you have higher, you can set it up as high as you want. I only have max 4, and I'm basically just doing this little stitch over, which I will show you as I make small cuts through. All right, so The basting stitch is done, and as you can see, I'm doing these small cuts through it. All right, and give a little pull. And here I'm going to my serger, and I will actually add the elastic. As you can see, I have like kind of like an elastic system, right? So I'm just sliding it through. Since this elastic is guiding this foot is guiding, I find it so much easier. Like I can go much faster. Perfect. So this is my front piece of my bottoms. I will be trimming this extra elastic, as I find it much faster to trim it after than trimming it during serging it, as it will be much more annoying. Okay, next step, which I will be actually doing, would be continuing with my back piece. Yeah, so you can see I've added elastic to my front piece, right? And this is for the moment oh sorry, let me adjust it. This is for the moment my back piece, and what I will be doing it, I'm unfolding like would be, and you will be seeing set the separation. Next thing I have to do is pinning what it will be the upper part of the back piece and the bottoms, right? I'll make sure that I match my seam together, and then I will be doing the same thing. I will bust stitch and I will serge it, and on this side I will be adding the elastic, right? Next step is actually, which I will be showing it to you right now, is adding the ruched sides, right? Ruching is something which I'm doing it. So as I'm not doing it reversible, I will be having this seam right in the middle of, like in the back, like would be, because like that it's definitely not showing. In case you wanted to have them reversible, I recommend having the seam down, right? So you will be kind of like stitching like that, so it's down the seam and not up, right? But since I will be doing them obviously not reversible, I will be folded like that in two, right? And I will be doing my straight stitch, which I will later ruche it. All right. Okay, and this is if you have a foot which you can ruche, you can use it. If you don't, which I'm honest, I do have on both of my sew machines, I have a ruching foot, but I actually prefer just to do it by hand since I can slightly adjust it. So what I do, I first make a knot on one side, so I'm stopping the fabric to slide around, to the stitch to move around, right? So on this side I made a little knot, and on this other side I'm just pulling it with my hand, and I will be getting the ruche which I like, not necessarily which I like, which will actually fit into my bottom. So what I'm doing, I'm checking it like that by hand, whether it's fitting or not, right? So I'm assuming that this more or less will be fitting. Yeah, once you think you've fitted it, you make little knots as well, little knots, and trim, right? Then you will be introducing it first you will be introducing it in your back side, and then you will be introducing it in your right side. Yeah, so what I'm doing right now, first of all, I will be pin and stitch and serge the back piece, adding the elastic in the same time, and I will be ruching the rest of the other side, and this other side I will be ruching it, I will be preparing it, and you will be seeing me introducing into my back piece and doing the straight stitch over to connect the ruching with the bottom piece. Okay, so here is my back piece, my front piece, right? And what I'll be doing is actually introducing each ruched side into my my parts, right? So as I said, I will be starting it with my back piece. What I do is actually I use a safety pin. I introduce it like that. And it's very important that you remember that this is your front and this is my front, right, of my ruched side. Yes, very important to know. And you will be pinning it. Sorry. So I recommend you to pin it just like that. All right. All right. And then you will be doing the other side. I like to introduce them both and then have them prepared and then just like do a straight stitch over rather than my cat wants to say hello as well. Rather than doing one and one. So I just wanted to show you how I'm doing it, and that I will be doing the straight stitch over. Okay, so I've introduced it. Now what I have to do, I have to adjust it, right, that it's fitting it perfect, right? So I'll be, you can get it out tiny bit so you see very well. Remember, you will be stitching over 4 layers of fabric. Okay, so this is my front, so you can get it out. Make sure that you're actually stitching over all these layers of fabric. This is very important, right? So you'll be bringing it under your sew machine. In case you need to adjust it a little more, I see here that I did a little knot, so it's going a little too tight. So in case you need, you can use this little clip, right? All right, you can have it like that. What I do first, I actually just do like a normal straight stitch over, and then I'm going once more over it to be sure that it's fitting perfect. Right, now I will be putting my sew machine a little bit on a smaller setting, and I start the other way around, and actually now I go back and forth, right? It's very important. I like to turn it always on the other side to make sure that I'm actually that I've sewn over the 4 layers I needed, right? Here I think it's not absolutely perfect, but do not worry, when you will be wearing it, as it stretches, it will look very good. It will look okay. All right, so I've trimmed the excess fabric, and now I'll be doing the same thing on the other side. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, so I've stitched the sides on my back piece, right? And next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to turn it on the right side of the fabric. Look how beautiful this ruching is. I just absolutely love it. If you want kind of like more ruched, obviously you can add more fabric. but to be honest, I like it like that. Maybe I will add a little more, but yes, I like it like this. Okay, so obviously this would be my front side, right? My good side of the fabric, yeah. And what I need to do in order to match the seams perfectly, first I'll be doing a straight stitch over my bottom part, so the fabric stays together, right? It's very, very important. Okay, once I've done this, next I will be doing, I'll take my front piece, yes, and remember, this is the elastic side, this is your front side, and obviously this is my front side, yeah, because this is the non-ruching the ruching and the non-stitch visual, right? So what you will do, you will introduce it through, and I have this little trick, right? I take the needle like that, and I'm just getting it through it. Just like that. And like this, I'm not getting confused whether how my fabric is turning inside, okay? I'm pinning it so I'm not losing sight of what I'm doing. All right. Next, I'm already introducing, like I said, right? I'm already introducing the other piece through the same way. I don't twist my needle inside, and I'm trying to gather all the fabric I can. All right. And the same. I'm pinning. It doesn't have to be perfect. You will be arranging it when you need to sew it, right? And you see, this is my front, this is my front. So I'm carefully introducing the rest of my bottoms inside until here. And then I'm going to align it all together. Just like that. Same. I'm pinning it, and over these three parts I'm doing a straight stitch, right? Next thing I will do, and I will be actually showing it to you, I'll make a little hole. I'll unpin some stitches, unpick some stitches, and I make a little hole, and then I turn the bottom through the hole. I turn it on the right side together, right? Okay, so I've already stitched my three sides, right? And I'm taking my unpicking thingy, I don't know how you call it, right? And I'm actually just trying not to make a too big hole, right? I'm trying to keep it quite small, so there is a lot of unstitching. I'll be unstitching the basting stitch as well, right? So I made this kind of very small hole, and I'll be pulling through it my bottoms. And look at this, how cute they already look. I'm so in love. How cute they look already, right? And I can't wait to try it. This is still my back part. You will see. I'm turning it on the right side. I'm absolutely in love how they turned. I already did a few of them this summer for my clients and they loved it. And do not forget, very important, to close this little stitch, right? I'm going to do an invisible stitch, very easy. I'm going to close it like that. You can also do like a straight stitch. I prefer the invisible stitch as it will not be visual at all. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. And if you have any questions, please let me know. Happy sewing!